Hi there, all my crafty friends. I'm Donna from Mason Creations, etc. And welcome to my channel. Are you guys ready for a Christmas project? I'm going to decorate a cute little birdhouse with decoupage and some mixed media elements. My crafty friend Mary H requested Christmas in July. I'm a little bit late, but this video is for you, Mary, and I know you're watching. So let's make a mess. I found this cute little birdhouse at Dollar Tree, and it spoke to me as I walked by. There are a few rough edges, so I'm giving it a quick sanding. And now I'm going to paint the entire thing with Dixie Belle's chalk paint in the color Cotton, which is white. I'm going to be doing some decoupaging, so I need a white base. A white base keeps the colors in your rice paper or napkin pure and vibrant. Any dark colors will make your images look dark and muddy. I'll let this dry for about 30 minutes. This and all the products you're going to see me use today came from DecoupageNapkins.com, my wonderful sponsors. I'm going to be using the greenery from this gorgeous rice paper. The other images I'll use for something else. I'm separating out the greenery with a water brush. A water brush has a cartridge that you fill with water and then brush it on the napkin or rice paper. The water dispenses easily, so this is really convenient. You can find this in my description box below in my favorite tools section, just in case you want to check it out. I'm also removing the white edges from the paper. When decoupaging, a torn edge is much easier to blend versus a sharp cut edge, so make sure you have all torn edges. And I'm test fitting everything as I go. DecoupageNapkins.com has such a great selection of napkins that you can purchase one at a time. They carry many other craft supplies such as rice paper, paint, clay, molds, and a great selection of Polyvine products. Over 8,000 products and growing. They are wonderful to work with and will send your order out fast. They offer several automatic discounts when checking out. Subscribe to their newsletter by entering your email address and you'll receive 10% off your next order. They are truly your one-stop shop for craft supplies. Make sure you check them out. I'll be leaving links for all the products I use in my description box below. I'm using Polyvine's Decorator's Varnish as my decoupage adhesive today. You can use this product as a varnish and an adhesive. All the Polyvine formulas can double as a decoupage adhesive. It works so much better than the most popular brand of decoupage glue. It's not a glue, so it doesn't go on thick and lumpy. It's a varnish, so it dries crystal clear and will never yellow. I'm brushing on the varnish, laying down the rice paper, and then brushing over the rice paper with the varnish. I covered up the little heart-shaped hole, but once it dries, I'll cut it out. I'll let this dry for about an hour. Send me a comment and let me know what type of project you would like to see next. I love designing projects around your requests. Just be patient with me though, I get a lot of them. I'll definitely get to yours. Sometimes it just takes me a little while. I love hearing from all of you and look forward to reading all your comments and requests. So keep them coming. There's a little bit of rice paper hanging over the edge. I'm sanding it off right at the very edge of the wood. The sandpaper shears it off nice and clean, closer than you can get with scissors. I'm using a craft knife to remove the rice paper from inside the little heart shape. I also sanded it to get a clean edge. Where are you watching from? Let me know in the comments. It's fun to see what cities and countries you are all watching from. I'm filming from Las Vegas, Nevada in the United States. Now I'm going to paint the exposed wood a tan color that matches with the rice paper I chose. I painted under the eave but not on top. I'm going to put snow there. I just did one coat. I don't mind if it looks streaky because I'm going to make it look like wooden planks. I used a brown fine tip Sharpie to draw vertical lines defining my planks. I also drew lines on the back. I test all the products that I recommend in my videos. I won't recommend anything that I haven't used myself and prefer. If I'm recommending it, you can bet it's a great product. Each product will be listed in my description box below and will have a blue link to make it easy for you to find. Any of the links I provide are safe for you to click on. I mixed a dark brown paint with some water so it's a little runny. I'm using a really stiff brush to dab the watered down paint over the line and then dabbing it with a makeup sponge. This gives the planks some depth and makes them look like they're spaced apart a little bit. If you're enjoying this video, please let me know by hitting that like button. And why not share this with a friend? Thanks for doing that. You won't want to miss any of the new projects coming up, so don't forget to subscribe. I also added the brown paint along the edges of the birdhouse as well as under the eave. I'll let that dry for about 30 minutes. I'm giving the entire birdhouse a coat of Polyvine heavy-duty wood varnish to protect everything I just did. Don't let the name fool you. It can be used on all surfaces. This is one of my favorite formulas. It's heat and water resistant as well as food safe. I use the satin finish, and the more coats you apply, the more the shine deepens. It always gives me a gorgeous finish. I'm gluing some florist foam behind the little fence. Then I glued some Spanish moss on top to hide the foam. I can't remember where I got this Christmas foliage, but I just love the silver and red. I'm cutting off small pieces and placing them in the foam. This other one looks like ice crystals on the limb. Have any of you, my crafty friends, started making any Christmas projects yet? If you have, tell me all about it. Okay, my little birdhouse needs some snowy, icy embellishments. I'm going to use a stencil, and I'm spraying the back of it with Pixie repositionable adhesive. This prevents your stencil from moving and stops bleeding under the stencil. I love this product. I won't do any type of stenciling without it. I'm going to use this really cool product, no pun intended, called Snow Crystal Paste by Pentart. It's glittery, so it looks like shimmery, icy snow. I put the stencil on the front of the birdhouse and applied the snow paste with a palette knife, scraping off the excess. I'm going to be doing more stenciling, but you need to clean off your stencil between uses. You don't want this to dry on your stencil, it will ruin it. I cleaned my stencil and applied more of the adhesive to the back. I'm doing both sides and I'll let this dry for a couple of hours. If you want to see a video on exactly how to properly stencil, you can click the banner in the top right corner. I'll also leave a video link in my description box below. I'm going to put some snow paste on the roof and the top of the fence. It's slightly translucent, So I'm adding white paint wherever I'm going to put it. I want to make sure no brown shows through the snow paste. I'm adding the snow paste in thick gobs so it looks like snow. This stuff is so pretty and really looks like snow. I'll try to get a good close-up so you can see how glittery it is. Look at these two adorable little red birds. I thought they were perfect for my birdhouse. I'm going to glue one inside of the heart cutout and one on the fence. I'm going to add a pink poinsettia on the front. Aren't these gorgeous? They're made by Prima. I had the hardest time deciding which color to use. I'm using some red satin ribbon to add a hanger on the back. Don't forget, all of the wonderful products I'm using today can be found at my favorite place for craft supplies, DecoupageNapkins.com, and I'll leave you links in my description box below. I put together a playlist of some other tutorials you may enjoy. Click the picture on the right to be taken directly to that playlist. I'm so happy you were here with me today, and thanks so much for watching. I can't wait to see you all next week. I'm working on a new project with you in mind. You can subscribe by clicking my picture in the top right corner.